Hello everybody, good evening or good morning or afternoon or whatever time it is wherever you are, and welcome back to the Traxion channel for another live stream. It's going to be slightly different today, I guess, because, well, let me just sort this first. Hang on a minute, there we go. You can see the steering wheel now. I've thrown this live stream together basically at the very last second. I was planning this for a bit longer today, but it's taken me quite a while to get everything set up. I am using a new PC. So I've only just launched up the game, and I need to get... Oh, there is audio. Okay, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Le Mans Ultimate's too quiet. Bear with. I will explain all. I'm on a new PC. And I'm back from my holiday. I've been away for 2 weeks. Today is the first day of being back, first day firing up the PC again, but I am on a different PC, and the setup process has been a challenge, as you can imagine. There's so many things to think about when you're trying to set up a new PC. You've got to get the game working, you've got to get all your hardware working, and when you're doing streaming and videos like me, you've got to get your cameras working and your cam links working for the camera to connect live to OBS, and you've got your OBS presets and your fonts and your graphics and your music and everything else. There's probably another 10 things I haven't mentioned. So I've been absolutely madly rushing for the past, let's say, 2 and a bit hours or more, trying to get everything sorted so we can actually have a live stream. And I think by about 5 minutes I've made it, although I haven't got my stream deck working yet, so that's going to have to wait for another stream. So yeah, I'm just going to catch up on chat, and we'll explain what's going on as well. It's all going to happen very, very quickly. Mark, welcome along. Welcome along. I'm glad you're excited. This is a test event, basically, let's say call it a content creator showcase event, maybe we can call it, for the new Le Mans Ultimate update, which comes tomorrow, of course. But some of us got the codes early to give it a try, to make content. You may have seen already some YouTube content from other creators on this, version 1.4 Le Mans Ultimate update, and of course the US Track Pack Part 1. So we do have early access, but because I'm only just back from my holiday, today is the first chance I've had to actually get on it, and being a new PC, I had to get everything working on this. So this live stream is me testing these tracks really for the first time. I think I've done about 3 laps of Daytona and about 4 laps of Laguna earlier on. So we're going to be up against it. But that doesn't matter, because we're going to have some fun. I'm going to showcase these new circuits for you today. There are a couple of online races I'm going to take part in. You'll see lots of familiar names in the leaderboard taking part in this event. There'll be numerous streams on the go. But we're going to do a race around Laguna, and then we're going to do a race around Daytona. So I'm going to treat these races as kind of a learning session for me to try and learn the track, and obviously just to show you what it's all about. But yeah. Oh, a couple of freezes. Hello, Slow370Z. How are you getting on? Blue Zulu as well. Laguna's not a good circuit for reading comments. There's just so much happening all the time. Yeah, very much appreciated. You're welcome. Normally with these live streams I have a bit more time to prepare, so like in a normal Le Mans Ultimate update we'd receive the news a bit early, which of course we did again this time, so we kind of knew what was coming, but I have a bit of time to do some research and do some prep and, you know, just generally get ready. Whereas because I've been on holiday and I haven't turned on my PC until this morning, and I've made a point of not looking into anything racing game or sim racing related for 2 weeks to try and completely switch off, which has been hard and not always successful. So it was very much on catch up this morning, so I'm not going to be maybe giving you as much information and feedback on the 1.4 update from things I've done before the stream, because I've not had the chance to actually play it and go through it all. So it's going to be very much just having a bit of fun, doing some online racing, chatting to you guys, which I always love doing, and showcasing it through the stream. Yes, I did get married, Blue Zulu. I did get married just last weekend, or the weekend before last weekend, so just over a week ago. And then we had a couple of days away as well. Ah, okay, the audio being out of sync, Dave. I have not had time to test any of the stream stuff. I've just managed to get the camera and everything set up now, so apologies if it's out of sync. Hopefully it's not too bad. I've got an LMP3 chasing me, which is kind of embarrassing. But I need to actually get into the driving a little bit. But this test event starts basically now. It's saying leave the session to join, starting in 1 minute and 40 seconds. So let's just do one actual lap then of Laguna Seca. Devin Bronen 1:15.0 is fastest at the moment. I've got a full tank of fuel as well, so this is not going to be in any way representative, but let's just try and get a lap in. Oh. Quite a few screen freezes. I don't know if that's people joining the server. I hope so. Try and learn track limits through the corkscrew. That's going to be a big thing. Working out how lenient or unlenient Le Mans Ultimate is. Right, there's a lap. Okay, let's leave and rejoin. So we're going to go straight into, I think, a qualifying session on the main server here. So let's just quit to main menu and join up. It's going to be, I think, 20 or 30-minute races. I can't quite remember. Just a couple of them. One at Laguna, one at Daytona, which is the second circuit, of course. So let's see. Let me have a catch-up then on the chat. Good evening, Witten. Oh, I was dragging the brake. Yeah, that's not a calibration issue. That's a me issue. I think I was literally dragging the brake. I need to keep an eye on that. I'm just not focusing. So I will have a think about that. Do you ever just run the traction control by default for a race? What do you mean by that? Sorry, slow 370. Because I will sometimes, yeah, just leave the traction control on whatever the setup I'm using is on. I don't play around with it too much. We've had a bit of a game crash here, I think. Yeah, it's not responding. Oh, dear. Oh, hi, Tom. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? You've joined during a Le Mans Ultimate game crash. So let's see if I can get back up and back into the session. We are registered, so hopefully I'll have 5 minutes to join. Let's just see what happens. Oh, there's an update. Why is there a Le Mans Ultimate update? Not great timing. Yeah. Thank you very much, Aero. Much appreciated. Yeah, there's a few kind of... I mean, what does not... The 1.4 update's not really a headline update in terms of exciting things. Obviously, the track pack is the exciting part, which is aligned with the update 1.4, but it's not the update because, of course, you pay for the track pack. I've got a link in the description of this stream with all of the information about the track pass. Or track pack. There's a season track pass, or let's call it the US track pass overall, which gets you 6 tracks over the course of the next number of months, and you can buy that up front now, pay the money, and then you'll get the tracks as they're released, or you can buy the track packs individually, the first of which releases tomorrow. It is Laguna and Daytona, the 2 tracks we're going to drive tonight, so you can buy them individually, or the packs individually as well. And then both of those things are available. All the prices are on the Traxion website, and there's a link in the description if you want to catch up on all of that. The Le Mans Ultimate is performing a quick update, so we're just going to do that. Much appreciated, Mark. It is going to be a totally... it's going to be an all-over-the-place stream. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, all over the place today. I've been trying to catch up with myself. I've been trying to work out what's been going on. We've recorded a podcast today. I've been trying to get Le Mans Ultimate working on the new rig, on the new PC. I've been trying to set up the stream stuff. I've been trying to just get my head back in the game. I've got a lot of emails to try and catch up with. So today has just been crazy, absolutely crazy. And I honestly thought for the last hour that I wasn't going to make this stream, just with all the challenges I was facing, trying to get all my presets and settings and assets and everything over onto this PC for this stream. So there was one point where I thought, oh, this is not going to happen, but we just about made it. So yes, it's not going to be a normal one. It's gonna be a chill racing stream at the back of the grid, exploring the circuits. We're just going to have some fun. I'm not going to be taking it too seriously. I'm not going to be going overly analytical on it. I'm just happy to be back after a really nice holiday and happy to get back into some sim racing, have a bit of fun, and catch up with you all. So much appreciated. Right. If something goes wrong, you can always play a Joker card. Nicely done. Okay, I'm going to mute the game music because that's instantly reset. There we go. My Stream Deck's not working, so I'm going to go do this manually. There we go. Right. Special event. Oh, wait. Can we click here? There we go. We might have missed the first minute or two of quali. It's 10 minutes of quali, and yeah, qualifying's already started, so we have missed that thanks to the game crash. But qualifying is going to be a recce, essentially. We're going to just get a feel for the car and track combination, see where we end up, and then, hey, go from there. I can play a Joker card, and also, well, obviously, for context, I know this is a joke, but obviously this is just a fun special event for those who have early access to this content, so you guys will be able to get your hands on it tomorrow. But I'm assuming, therefore, there's no safety ranking or any sort of implications, but if there was, I could use my Joker, for sure. Although, do I not have to do 10 races to earn a Joker first? Yeah, I think so. All right, let's just get a wee setup on. I don't know what I'm doing, so let's just do that and then put some fuel in. Okay, bring my chat back up. As I said earlier, Laguna Seca is not the best track for reading comments because it's relentless. Absolutely relentless. Just corner after corner, and you've got to concentrate. Let's try not brake drag as well. As you can see, I was using the brakes all the way around, which wasn't going to help anything. Hey, much appreciated. Much appreciated, GMDR. Hang on a minute, I'm going out of the pit lane. So I did do a couple of days. We did a couple of days on the west coast of Scotland, which was really nice. So went up to Oban, or down to Oban, which is maybe strange for some of you to hear. On our way back to Glasgow from the Highlands. So we did a couple of days over there. Also caught up with some friends in Dunkeld in the middle of Scotland as well, which was really nice. Drove all the way alongside Loch Tay and just took a nice little road trip. A couple of days of chilling. Saw some wildlife. Saw some islands. Had a few beers, I'll be honest. Maybe a few drams. And it's been lovely. It's been really, really nice. So it's we're going to do a proper honeymoon or something next year. Save up some money and hopefully go somewhere in Europe. We're thinking of maybe going to Italy or something like that. So that'll be really nice. But it was great to just have a couple of days away anyway. And it's so weird for me not to be thinking about racing or sim racing. I had the strangest experience last week where the Belgian Grand Prix had happened. And a number of other races had happened, and I actually had no idea who'd won or what the results were. And that's never happened to me before. I would say never in my life have I gone beyond a Monday without knowing exactly what's happened at the Grand Prix. And it took me about 4 more days before I finally got around to seeing the highlights. So I guess you could look at that in a couple of ways. I think it's a good thing. But it was a bit surreal, actually, to not really know what was going on in the world of motorsport. And of course sim racing as well. But hey, TraxionGG, the website, keeps me updated, so you know, even when I'm trying to avoid it, I can't really fully avoid a couple of news reports from THL and the team. Okay, 5 minutes of qualifying. As I say, we're not going to get all our laps in because of the game crash and the update, so we're just going to get a few laps of what I'm calling practice in. So I'm nowhere near looking at the kind of battle towards the front of this field. We've obviously got some great drivers in here anyway, like Luke Whitehead, Boothby, Devin, Jardier's in here as well. So an unprepared John is not... I'm in a different league, but hey, what we will try and do is just set a couple of clean laps in. Gibbons on pole at the moment on a 16-1. The main thing is if I can learn a few of my braking points before the race starts, then at least we'll have a smaller chance of wiping someone out accidentally. We're in the LMP2 as well, which I've not mentioned yet. Mark's expecting pole. Great stuff. The Go setups are really good, 370. Obviously there are no setups for Laguna or any of these tracks yet, of course, because it's not yet been released. But what I've actually done for this one, just to see what happens, is shoved on a Go setup for Portimao, just because I think the track's relatively similar in character. Just to see what happens. I have no idea if it's better or worse than what we've got as defaults for this track, though, because I've not done any laps. So I just thought, we'll throw on a Go setup because I trust them that the setups are quick, and then we'll just see how it feels around Laguna. That seems okay. Gears feel a bit long. Looks like a lot of the top drivers are actually not really setting qualifying laps. Bit of a lock up into the corkscrew. So the thing about Laguna Seca, it's a very, very popular circuit across all different sims, right? I've driven this track so many times, that's too wide. On iRacing, on Assetto Corsa Competizione, on the original Assetto Corsa. It's a track I know incredibly well from basically every sim ever. But it immediately felt completely familiar on Le Mans Ultimate. Like, I'm driving around here and I feel like this track's been in the game forever and I've done a million laps. So again, it's like, of course there was Laguna Seca on R Factor 2, and I'm sure there's got to be some shared information there. So I don't know if it's familiar because of R Factor 2 or it's familiar, oh no, because of all these other sims. But obviously modern laser scan data and everything does mean that tracks across different sims are pretty consistently good these days. Try second through here? Yeah, maybe second gear through that left-hander. Now, track limits seem quite strict in the corkscrew. Just trying to work out where the limits are everywhere else. And of course, no ABS in these LMP2s, so you got to be very cautious. Oh, horrible. Really need to... I think I'm turning in too early a lot of the time. Just need to do a few more laps. Ah, nice. VRS on iRacing. Yeah, VRS setups are pretty good from what I know as well. I think I'm not going deep enough into turn one. I'm kind of too shallow, too close to the inside. This is the corner where I'm turning in a bit too early. Don't know if I've got more downforce than I'm expecting each time. Just try not to strike that big sausage curb. Second gear through here. Oh yeah. Much better. Use the downforce. Okay, that's probably going to be a much faster when I'm up to speed. But I still felt like I left a lot on the table. That's too late. Surely, no? Okay. Braking for corkscrew can be a bit more aggressive. Just making little gains on every lap at the moment, which is what we want, of course. Later on the throttle there, that was much nicer. Okay. Another 8/10 on this one. So you can see we're just chipping away. Got it down to a 15.8. Let's run it a bit hotter into turn one. Yep, much better. 2/10 gained. A bit hotter into here. Didn't work. Missed the apex, too late on the power. Oh yeah. Okay, much hotter in there and I had all sorts of grip, so I'm underestimating the downforce through that fast right-hander for sure. I think I'm underestimating the downforce in general, to be honest. That's gonna be illegal. Yeah, orange track limits. So that lap's gonna be invalidated no matter what I do. Okay. Oh well, so we're down to what, a 15.7. You've got Gibbons on pole, great job, on a 14.5. Oh, that's corkscrew. So yeah, we're not a million miles away. Boothby, Whitehead all there. We're half a second back. So I think with another maybe 10 laps, we'd probably find another, what, 6-7 maybe? Something like that. It felt like we had, you know, and even on that last lap, there's another few tenths on a few different corners. but consistency is going to be the problem. Either way, respectable start, let's say. So, Renovatio. Here's the thing. Today is literally day one for me for Le Mans Ultimate on a new PC. I do not have the specs in the description because I've not had time to get them for you, but it is a newer, upgraded PC. The GPU's just not any better, just newer, but the CPU's much better, and overall the machine is a more powerful machine. So I cannot do any comparisons personally on like FPS and stuff back to back because this is my first experience on this PC. I'm expecting performance to be better no matter what. Give me some feedback on the stream as well. Hopefully the streaming performance is okay. It shouldn't really make a difference, but compared to what it was before. But who knows? Hang on. There we go. So qualifying's over. We've got a few people to battle with, which should be good fun, because there are, in the P2 class, you've got 18 drivers sort of up there in qualifying. And then you've got a number doing last to first challenges, like Michi Hoyer. So yeah, there's 24 of us. And I've qualified 11th. So hey, it's fine. Stream's good. Thank you, Mark. Much appreciated. I will do my best to beat the Rev. Don't worry. Actually, we should be in for a good battle, because Rev's right behind me on the grid. So that should be great. How long's the race? 30 minutes. Getting some fuel recommendations down the bottom. UCOG's here. Okay, UCOG's here. Excellent. Plenty of content creators here, of course, being the kind of preview event of this one. I have actually... the only American track I have been to is actually Charlotte. Funnily enough. And I was in Charlotte for the Sim Racing Expo and also for the NASCAR Coca-Cola 600 this year. So I've not been to any road courses, although Charlotte, of course, does have a road course. Let me just get a setup on the car. And I need some fuel as well. That should do the trick. Alright, we've got fuel. We're starting kind of, I was going to say mid-pack, but we are mid-pack, but pace-wise we'll be slightly behind mid-pack at the moment because there's a few that didn't qualify. So, if we click start driving. Let's just see what happens. Now, I've got no badges. I'm on the Traction account for this one because it's a kind of preview, so I'm not on my own personal account. So I do not have a driver ranking, do not have any of that stuff. I think we're good to go. Oh, the comments are gone. No. I need the live chat. There it is.
Formation lab has started.
Right. So it's going to be first race start. Let's give Rev a bit of a flash. Rev, if you're watching this afterwards, because I can see this happening. If we're starting near each other on the grid, we could end up having a race. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Enjoying your content. Keep it up. They've got Luke Whitehead just ahead of us. Oh, we've got Richard Arnaud as well in P8. So quite a few familiar faces, which is great. Should be good fun, this one. I'm going to try not to drag the brake in this race. But my main goal is to kind of keep it... I mean, I say this every time and it fails. Try and keep it clean, keep it kind of trouble-free opening laps. Because I haven't done enough laps to feel confident where I'm braking and everything. Oh, that wasn't good. Tell me to slow down. Why is it... Oh, no, it's glitched. It's telling me to slow down. This is bizarre. Now it's saying catch up. No, I'm going to get penalised for this. I don't know what's going on. Look at the gap. Oh, dear.
Green flag. Green
Hey,
flag.
well, I didn't get a penalty, but I have no idea what just happened. Thankfully, the races go. So we'll be nice and careful here. Cold brakes and all. Now, Laguna's not known for... Oh, we've made contact already, but... Didn't think I did much wrong. Laguna not known, of course, for its overtaking prowess. It's very difficult to make moves around here, so we're going to have to be a little bit cautious, but know that every move we don't make early on, or every position we lose, like that... Oh, dear. That's not good. It's going to cost us later. I think... Is this a me issue? Everyone disappeared. Right, let's get away from the LMP2 behind us, who's probably leading the LMP2 battle. This screen freezing is a bit concerning. No idea what's causing it. Alright, easy into here, because we'll have the back markers all in a queue. Don't come steaming in from the back. I would like to try and follow Mishy through here, but I'm not going to have the pace of Mishy. And let's hope the whatever's happening there, I don't know if it's just me or if it's happening for others, but hopefully whatever that is stabilizes. Again, just a reminder, first ever race on this new PC. Literally, so online or offline. Alright, we're gonna have to start trying to make some progress soon. I've got no damage, so the car's fine. That's the main thing. Got through the first few laps unscathed. No damage and no penalties. Helicopter flying over. Another bit of a kind of weird freeze there. Ooh, it was tempted to go for a wee move, but it would have been so chaotic. Two-car scrap up ahead. Let's try and get ourselves into that. Or take advantage of it when they make mistakes like that. Right, this is going to get spicy now. So we've got Mishy ahead of us. Let's see how this track races on LMU. Oh, spinner! Oh my goodness. No idea what happened there. Someone was facing the wrong way. So is that the first major Laguna Seca online crash again? On LMU? I think we just witnessed the first LMP2 crash at Laguna Seca. I had another little screen freeze afterwards as well, so still not perfect, whatever this is. But anyway, P15. Still plenty of time to have a bit of a fun race here and settle into rhythm and try and pick off some of our rivals. I think Mishy got completely destroyed in that instant, unfortunately. Now, what you're going to find, guys, if you're racing the cars without ABS, probably even the cars with ABS, the corkscrew is probably the easiest corner in the world to lock up a tyre. It's so easy to snatch a wheel and lock up. You have to be so gentle, just with the camber of the corner, the nature of it, up over the hill, over a crest, downhill again. Oh dear. This is terrifying. Oh, it's just me. No! This is not good then. Wonder why. I don't know what's happening, what the problem is. But normally, you know, you can troubleshoot these issues, and you know, when you have your PC set up and everything's going, you sort of, there's certain things that you will do to try and reduce the chances of those kind of things happening. And because this is the first race, it's like, you know, we're just finding out live if there are any issues. So haven't had the chance to go through those things. Oh my goodness. I do lose time when it happens as well, like, look. Gotta be careful, because I don't want to ruin anyone else's race with a hardware issue that I'm now aware of. It's not so bad if there's no one right behind me, it's not so bad. But when I freeze like that, if someone's right behind me, we might just kind of get merged, which is a bit scary. Saw that one coming. What you're probably noticing already in terms of the actual racing at Laguna Seca is every move pretty much that's happened has been because of a mistake. So like someone gets into a battle up in front, runs wide, gets pushed onto the gravel, bottoms out on a curb, something like that, and then you very, very quickly lose a lot of speed and momentum, and that's when the moves happen. So it's one of those tracks where you're just trying to force the car in front into a mistake and try and keep things clean. Yes, you can force a move at certain corners if you have all the confidence, which again, not the case at the moment. But in a normal circumstance, when you're comfortable, you can definitely force something. You've just got to be absolutely committed when you do. Now, the big challenge here, as we get another screen freeze, shut us off. The big challenge here is going to be multi-class traffic. So I'm in the LMP2 now for this race, but we are in with LMP3s. I do not know what it's going to be like when LMP2s catch the LMP3s around here. I don't know if they will in this short race. They're probably, the top drivers will for sure. I don't know the speed difference around here, but I think the speed difference is small enough that it's going to be pretty costly. You know, when the LMP2s catch the LMP3s, it's going to be very, very tricky to know where to make your moves without causing any issues. Yeah, it feels good. It feels exactly like Laguna Seca that I'm familiar with ACC and iRacing recently. I really would like to fix these screen freezes before the next race, but the problem is I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Might just be a classic, you know, first time playing the game on the PC. Maybe I need to reboot the PC. So I might just need to do that, but then the stream will obviously be, I don't know what will happen. It'll be paused for a minute, hopefully come back. It's too regular though, that's the problem. It's going to cause an issue. Ooh. Dust everywhere. See how much time you lose by running onto the gravel? What I might do is just lower the graphics, lower the visible vehicles for the next race, because I don't think it happened in qualifying. There's another big mistake. Oh, big mistake. Let's stay left. I don't think this happened in qualifying when we were kind of on the track on our own, so maybe we'll try something like that. Just some simple tweaks. Another yellow flag. Oh no. Up into P11. Oh, it's Rev. Oh, I'm sorry, Rev. I'm going to end your race if we're not careful here. I'm a bit scared to have a freeze. It does make me nervous. So much more grip through there than I give it credit, this car. Okay, no, we're not losing much time when we're doing that now. Rev has come on massively as a driver as well since getting into Le Mans Ultimate. Forcing me now to get the head down and try and push on. But I'm slowly, I mean, I'm obviously not very confident yet, but I'm slowly picking away at the circuit, learning the limits.
Time 1:15.81.
15.8. So this is available tomorrow. So yes, I'm very lucky. I've got early access, along with my fellow journalists and content creators that are all in this race. So we have access to this a day early, so we can put on this show for you guys and preview the content. That's why you've seen YouTube content already out for these circuits. But this content does release tomorrow, and it's Laguna, Seca, and Daytona. Now the next race, which is going to take place when this one finishes, is going to take place at Daytona, and it's going to be hypercars and GT3. So maybe we'll jump into GT3 for that one. Again, so much time lost with the mistakes. So, the other tracks, I mean, there's quite a lot of theories available online if you want to go looking about what those tracks are. Now, obviously, I can't say anything for sure, but I think some of those theories are pretty well thought through if you look at the evidence. Oh, that freeze also affects the force feedback as well, which is interesting. Let's try and be a bit more committed. Come on. You can definitely brake later for the corkscrew if you have the confidence under braking, which we don't have yet. Too hot in there. You need to get up on the curb, get that banking all the way. On the verge of a top 10 now. Yeah, we could. Oh, terrifying. I lost a couple of tenths with that one, so you do lose a bit of time. Still, just not much. Yeah, we could do GT3s, because I think a lot of people are going to race GT3s, and we just need to learn how to drive Daytona. I think I'm going to have, again, it'll just be qualifying to do it, so that's fine. Jardier's taking the lead. We're still a second ahead of Rev. I'm trying to stay far ahead of you, Rev, to protect you in this race. Honestly, I just don't want you getting wiped out by a strange lag freeze thing. If you're right on my nose, right in my tail. Sorry. Ooh. No, that's not helping. Ah. Ooh. Sketchy. Oh, Gibbons is off. No. Our pole man. We've got the battle of the Studio 397ers ahead. I'm enjoying watching it though. You get into such a flow around the circuit. Yellow flags everywhere. We've still not caught the LMP3 traffic, which I'm terrified about. Rev's right on my tail. Yeah, I think Rev's probably okay, if I'm disappearing, at least Rev knows. I'm sorry, Rev. I should really let him go, you know. At the end of the day, all of this is about fun. It's about looking at the track. It's about having some battles, but if I'm disappearing, it's not going to be as good for Rev, so. Gibbons in the pits. It's not really an internet thing either, because it's affecting my physics and everything. You know, it's not like I don't think it's like an internet issue. Stealth mode. Think it's server? Or has Rev been disappearing as well? No, yeah, no. Okay. Oh, it's just me. Oh. Right, LMP3 traffic. That was too wide. Lose so much time on that corner for just being too wide. Not getting it back over in time. This is where it's going to be interesting. So this sort of situation, do you go for the move? Do you save it for turn 1? See, instantly there is an opportunity because I closed in all the way. And that is going to be the key for Le Mans Ultimate Racing at Laguna Seca. It's all going to be about traffic management and multi-class racing. Because even there, look at the speed difference to LMP3. It's not enough to make a clean move here. So then you end up on the outside. See, I've just gone really wide to try and avoid contact. I can see it coming on the radar. I was trying to be safe. Now we'll get the move done. But the difference is... Oh! No! Okay. That's the first time where the the freeze has actually put me inside another car, but we all seem to get away with it. I'm just going to back out. Guys, I don't really want to cause issues for other people's races, right? I know it's fun to get involved, but I'm a little worried about ruining it for everyone else. So I'm probably what I'm going to do right now is let these guys go and watch some battling from behind. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Just got to get past his LMP3. And then we'll try and fix the issues for the next one. But I mean, we can get a great view of this battle up in front when that's not happening. So you've got Leiden, Soto, and Rev in the yellow car. And then in P9, I can't tell who it is at the moment. We'll only make a move if someone's holding us up a lot. Yeah, no issues underneath either, so it's not the server, guys. Don't think it's the server. Which track are you more excited about? Let me know. Are you more excited about Laguna Seca? Are you more excited about Daytona? And which American tracks do you want to see? There's 4 more, so get your predictions in. I've already told you my kind of, not view on it, but, you know, I think we've got a fairly good idea of what might be coming up. But what do you think we'll see, or what do you want to see? Do you want to see Road Atlanta, Road America, Watkins, Indianapolis, Mid-Ohio, Long Beach? It's on our Factor 2. Now look at this up in front. So this again is an LMP3. We'll get an idea of what it's like. So those two actually managed to pass the LMP3 before the first corner, so that's fine. But then the one in front has to do it in the first corner. Now, for me, in that situation in a race now, look, I don't have enough of an overspeed here. There's not enough of an acceleration difference. Downforce-wise, at low speed, it's too similar. I can't really use the downforce. That's not an overtaking spot. So you have to wait till after and then get a good exit from here. And then we're going to be able to send it down the inside. And even then, look, it's turned into, it's not even a, it's not even a clean move. It's an overtake rather than like a, you know, I'm not getting it done on the straight. It's really, really tricky. Oh, that's Lewis. Hey, Lewis. We've passed a legend of MSG, Lewis Edmondson. Ah! I wonder if that actually was me on his screen that caused him to go off, or he was just not wondering what the heck was going on. Ah! Right. I know our lap times aren't really that relevant if we have a freeze, but let's try and 9 minutes to go. We've got a bit of clean air. Let's try and catch that 2-second gap with some good laps. I've got a bit of a flat spot. Can feel the vibrations, so maybe tires aren't in the best spot. But let's try and do a clean, quick lap here. So you want to roll off the brake, trail brake in here, run it out a bit wide in the middle, then on the power. Let the car control its way out of the corner, back to the left, braking a straight line down to second, in on that curb. I didn't quite get the apex as I would want it. Then we've got oh, there's a freeze. So you try and avoid that curb, which I couldn't do on that occasion because of the lag. But you want to get, carry as much speed with the downforce through that corner as possible without hitting the inside curb. Missed me apex entirely there. This corner is a commitment corner, so you want to get, again, just get in on that flat curb. I didn't do it on this lap. It's been a really bad demonstration. And then you want to straight line your braking for the corkscrew as much as possible, because that is where you're going to lock up if you have any steering lock on. So the key there, guys, is you just need to straight line it and be really gentle until you get comfortable, and you can slowly gain confidence. That corner, you need to use the banking, so get as much on the curb as you can get away with. The further away from the apex you are, the wider you're going to end up on exit, and the later you're going to be on the power. But obviously, if you go too much and too soon, you'll get up on the inside curb, and you're also going to be thrown wide. So it's a precision battle at Laguna, trying to get around here cleanly. It's all about trying to be really precise with all of your inputs and hit your apexes. It's like get as close to the curb without hitting them as possible. That's why it's like Monaco, without the barriers. It's such a cliche. I know they were saying it about Hungary this weekend, but no, this one really is. Commitment through the fast corners. Again, with the banking here, you need to be on that flat curb for a good lap time. Track limits fairly lenient as long as you keep a tyre inside the white line there. On the power as early as possible. Oh no, we've got a yellow flag, and I've got lag and freeze. So the lap time's gone. So yeah, we can't really set a representative lap because we're just losing time every time. Here, you don't want to go too wide, I don't think. Use the banking inside. This is the one. So can you get in on the curb without touching the sausage? I was too early on the power. Not quite the right line. Two stabs at it. And you can't see, that's a terrible last corner, but you cannot see the apex of the last corner when you do it properly. You've got to just know where the front left of the car is and place it there. Nope. Maybe fourth. Actually, I need fourth before that one. That was better. I think fourth through there might be the key as well, when you're up to speed. Right. Two wheels over the red and white curb so we can straight line it. A little bit of a lock-up still. Watch the track limits on the exit. You can't see it. Your car goes light, but you've just got to try and get as close to those lines as you can without crossing them. Terrible through there. And you see how much I lost on the exit. That was more like it. That's how you do that corner. Much better. Delta comes all the way towards us. That's obviously impossible because I had a bit of a force feedback spike and a freeze, and around we go. Right, what I might do, I don't know if it's internet issues, so what I'm going to do actually is quit, because I want to get ready for the next race, and I will play around with some graphic settings, and we'll show you Daytona. So, let's just quit to the menu here, or retire from race. Sorry, I know it's not very fun, guys, but I'd rather compromise this one with 5 minutes to go. We're just driving around, and go and fix the game. So you can see fastest lap, by the way. Luke Whitehead, 14.7. So that's where the pace should be. We're not a million miles away, to be fair. Right, let's see if we can fix this. Let's just, for the sake of this, go lower some of these things. Actually, did that affect this? We'll go down to medium. Visible vehicles down at 15. It's not going to look amazing. Let's get registered. There it is, by the way. Laguna Seca. And I should also mention, There are no alternative layouts yet for any of the 2 new tracks. So you're going to have Laguna Seca with 1 layout, and you're also going to have Daytona with 1 layout. No oval or anything like that. So we go to special events. 25 people registered. We're going to register in our GT3. What we're going to go for? The Stang, being an American track pack. Okay, so we're registered. I'm going to try offline and just see. I mean, I don't think... Let's just try offline, see what happens. Oh, right, I'm just catching up with some of the chat that I wasn't able to see. RSR, didn't meet you, but did see you at the Sim Expo in US. Didn't want to bother you. Well, that's very kind. Please feel free to bother me. I always want to meet you guys when we're out and about. Yes, there will be moments where we're really busy filming, and obviously at that point we can say that we're busy, so it's okay. But feel free, if you see us again at the Expo, come and say hello, because we love to chat to you guys in person and meet as many of you as possible. But very much appreciate the consideration to not bother us as well. You don't have to, but it's very, very kind of you. We met so many great people at the Expo, honestly, in the US. Like, I couldn't believe it. In Charlotte, you guys were incredible. Everyone was so friendly, so eager for sim racing, and passionate and positive, and yeah, it was just a great atmosphere. There is Daytona International Speedway, WeatherTech Raceway Laguna that we've just done. We'll jump in our Stang. Let's actually do a race. Let's see if we can just make sure everything's running smoothly, because then we'll know if it's an online issue or if it's just an issue. So we're going to run the time is not a problem, because we're only doing 10-15 minutes. 2 a.m. We'll do nighttime. Let's start from like 16th. That works. And let's make sure we've got lots of AI cars on. 100% difficulty, so we're going to struggle. Try and keep up. Okay, let's just give that a go. Event settings. We're gonna turn on hypercars and LMP2s, just fill the grid to see if it causes any issues. Because we want more cars on the field, should be technically more likely to replicate the issues. So we're gonna give that a go. And you will get your first look on the Traction channel at the Daytona International Speedway. So there you go. Right, so what have we got in the chat then? So Daytona, RSR is excited about. Good to hear. Long Beach for Blue Zulu. Oh yeah, I would love Long Beach. Although, again, imagine Long Beach in a daily race multi-class. It's going to be amazing if we get Long Beach. However, it's going to be chaos, and jokers are going to be used. Let's just say that. We did talk a bit more about that in the Traction Control podcast that we recorded today, which will go out on Wednesday. So keep your ears peeled, eyes peeled, ears open, I don't know, for that. Tom and Tom did discuss it in last week's Traction Control podcast as well, before the decision was reversed to put the Joker system behind a paywall. Again, all the information on the Traction website, but for those of you not in the loop, Le Mans Ultimate announced a Joker system where basically every 10 races you will earn the use of a Joker if you were a paid subscriber to the Race Control Pro or Plus subscription, which they have reversed that decision and now it's available for everyone. But once every 10 races you get a chance to play your Joker card and essentially wipe, not the results, but wipe any safety ranking or driver ranking consequence from a certain race. So, for example, your PC crashes or you crash out of the race and you have a nightmare. Once every 10 races, you'll get the chance to, you know what, I'll wipe that one so it doesn't cost me any driver ranking and safety ranking. And you can store up to 3 of these. I think that's still the case even after the reversal. So that is the Joker situation. Yeah, I can't wait for Long Beach either. RSR also wants Road Atlanta and Watkins. Oh, Road Atlanta and Watkins Glen and Le Mans Ultimate. Absolutely give it to me. Give it to me. Renovation says, I have to put visible vehicles down to 12. Okay. Well, maybe it's something. Maybe it's the visible vehicles. But although, for me, it's not a slideshow, is it? It's like a specific freeze once every lap that seems to be internet-y, but also game-related. I just don't know. I don't know. Is a load cell from Fanatec hard to learn? That's a very specific question. Any pedal I think is hard to learn, to be honest. Anytime you change pedal, especially if you're going from non-load cell to load cell or something like that, it definitely takes some time to get used to. There is no denying. Right, let's set some laps around Daytona. Don't know how much fuel we're going to need for the race, but that's fine. Now, people have done AI races on this, around these tracks on YouTube already, so obviously only the people that have got access to the game at this stage. We'll pause the music. I have done 1 lap, I think, or 2 laps for a bit of capture earlier, just to make sure everything was working. Oh, where's my other glove? I've lost my gloves. Right, we're going gloveless. Oh, I've lost my comments. Hang on. I forget I can pause it when I'm offline. So, this will give us a little bit of an indication as to what it's going to look like. Let's just catch up with our Lexus pal. But obviously, Daytona is a track that is very renowned for endurance racing and also for hypercars, obviously in GTP form in the IMSA series, or the Daytona 24 Hours, of course, the race that I'm talking about. And in that race, you have LMP2, you have GT3, nowadays anyway, and you have the GTP class, which is essentially the hypercar class with a few tweaks, like they use a different tyre. There are some very subtle regulation tweaks, but at the end of the day, it's the same fundamental car. So, Daytona is a proven venue for this type of endurance racing and this type of multi-class racing. So it's going to be a perfect venue for this game. Quite a long formation lap, because I don't know if it's done by distance or sector, but because it's all a flat-out oval, it means that you've got to wait about 3 minutes before you actually get racing, as you can see. Yeah, it could be. So again, first day on this PC, I wonder if it's just, you know, maybe the PC needs a reboot, which I probably should have done. But I'm a bit, I don't want to kind of cut the stream, so we'll see what happens in this one. We'll treat it as an experiment. It's all a bit of fun at the end of the day. If the race goes wrong, it goes wrong, you know. But it could be trying different USB ports. I'm using a USB hub as well on this new PC, just to try and give me more ports, so it could be something like that. I had a lot of things plugged in, trying to copy over files and install different things today, so... Oh, we're going. So it could be something like that as well. Right, let's see if single player, if we have any issues with our new settings. Oh, I'm dragging the brake. Let's just be really careful because the AI are going mental. I do have invulnerability on, but I just don't want to spin because restarting the race takes 3 minutes of formation lap. Okay, now that was a little lag, wasn't it? So that's probably the same as what we were experiencing online, if we're being honest. So that's not good. We're registered, we've got 9 minutes, so I'll try a couple of laps, and maybe I'll do a quick PC reboot. Oh, McLaren over the curb. Got a bit of air there, I think. Look at the crowds in the stands. Now, it's not very high quality. It's not like... I know I've lowered the graphics to medium, so I'm not going to comment on the overall quality of it. But absolutely filled grandstands, which is cool. I don't think Le Mans Ultimate has the same atmospheric quality as Assetto Corsa Competizione when you're driving at night. When you play ACC or even AC Evo now, and you play a track at night time, and there's the lights and the flares. Assetto Corsa Rally's the same. Kunos and Supernova 505, they've done something to really capture the essence of nighttime motorsport and really make it feel magical. LMU doesn't have that. Daytona's obviously a popular track to race at night because of the 24-hour race, like Le Mans, like Bahrain. So I think a lot of people will race this track in the night, and it looks good, but it's just not, you know, as exciting or encapsulating as an Assetto Corsa title would be. Now, oh, yeah, that's exactly what was happening in the online race, so it's clearly not server or internet related. Alright, let's get one more lap in just for the sake of doing a bit of a race here and treating this like a warm-up, and then I'll maybe do a PC reboot. One more lap did not go well. Right. Good point. It's honestly, it's neither in terms of choking. That's the thing. So even there, I just had a little freeze as I got going again there. You can't see this, but I've got some stats up, and I'm only using about 45% of both CPU and GPU. So I don't think it's that. Don't think it's that. It could be OBS related, to be honest. Could be OBS related. Let's maybe we prioritize the game. Please stand by. Let's see. I'll bring up my stats on my other screen so I can see them. But nothing seems too bad when I'm playing. Yeah, oval would be amazing. I mean, it would be ridiculous with the way these cars are capped. So obviously, you know, oval racing only works when the car is like a really, really strictly controlled formula and everything's even, or as even as it can possibly be, and then oval racing can work. That cannot work with the kind of BOP-based GTP, hypercar, GT3 situation, because every car will have slightly different speeds. And in the oval, it's, yeah. You'd have to balance it via like restrictor plates or something. I don't even know what you'd do. But for LMU online racing, if it's single make, let's just make it a single make championship, a multi-class but single make within each. We're dreaming. I mean, that's incredible. Please bear with. I'm going to try and do some things here. Let's go with... No. No. Right. Try that. And I am going to... It could be Windows. Oh, you know what? There's also the other thing about a new PC. I know if... I mean, bingo list for every time I've said the words new PC. There's like so many firewalls and protective things that are at play all the time. And I do wonder sometimes if it's... if some of that's getting in the way. Now, I did have an issue. One of the issues I had, actually, trying to get the stream set up. Literally, I was late to starting the stream. I was going to do some prep. I was going to get on for you guys a bit earlier, and I was right at the last minute in a world of chaos. I think part of the issue was actually firewalls and stuff stopping the camera from being allowed through and stuff like that. So that could definitely be something. Let's turn that off. Disable that. Do bear with. Session starts in a few minutes, so I've got to be careful here as well. I'm a bit scared to do a full PC restart just in case we don't get back in properly. And you guys, it'll maybe mess up the stream, so we're going to just try it. Can we close that? Someone asked how much is the season pack in pounds. I have that information. It is, if I just get my document up, which I meant to have up for the stream and didn't. Let's see. Oh, I've lost it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? Here we are. We're getting there. Prices. Okay. So, the US Track Pass, which is all 3 packs. The first pack, Daytona and Laguna, plus packs 2 and 3, when they come out, is £34.99. $39.99. Sorry, that's a lie. €39.99 and $44.99 US dollars, that is. US Track Pack 1, which is just the 2 tracks, Daytona and Laguna, is £14.99 in the UK. It's £17.99 in euros, and it's $19.99 in dollars. So there you go. No additional layouts at the moment, just 2 tracks. I'm going to also try and unplug some things. That could help. Let's get into the Daytona race. I'm so not ready in terms of the driving either for this, but I guess I've said it already. That's kind of the point. We'll just have some fun. A bit like we did at Laguna, to be fair. Right, event starts in 44 seconds, so maybe I'm going to unplug some bits and pieces. Let me just go to the game for a second. All right. Back in a mo. We're gonna hope. Why is it not letting me join? I am registered. There we go. Join event. The camera will be frozen because I've unplugged it and plugged it back in. There we go. I'm unfrozen. Bin that off. See, this is so my OneDrive is syncing. I don't even remember setting that up. I don't remember logging it in. That's been happening. That's not going to help. Anything else happening that I could know about? That doesn't need to be open. I mean, we're making progress just on sheer sort of things that I thought, or I didn't even see were on when I was looking at everything earlier. Which is interesting. Right, get the chat back up. Sorry guys, I've been very absent. Maybe it's a good thing because I normally chat so much. A little bit of respite. So yeah, I'm just trying to catch up with the chat now before we jump into qualifying here. I said, of course, Evo has inflatable waving tube men. Yeah, agreed. That is a very important thing. Always a big thing. Ah, Ford Hypercar and Ford GT3. Yes. Mega. Absolutely mega. We're about to go qualifying. I feel like the game's gotten much louder. I'm just going to send a random setup and see what happens. I'm going to try a Monza setup. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, why is that got full fuel? I've just loaded a Monza setup. This one, please. Okay, apparently the Monza setup has full fuel. Oh no, it doesn't. 19 litres. That's fine. Oh well, we'll just go with that. 10 minutes of qual. I don't even know if it's enough. 19 litres? That doesn't sound like enough, does it? I'm going to add a bit more than that. 24 litres of fuel. I'll do. If we run out, we run out. Let's start driving. Hang on, where'd my glove go? I've still lost. Oh, there it is. We found the glove. That's a freeze immediately. Oh, do you know what else it could be, actually? Hang on, hang on, hang on. Can I do this from here? Could it be that I'm in borderless? Ooh, hang on. Let me go full screen. Let's just... I'd rather fix this if I'm going to try one more thing. We'll rejoin. We can rejoin. Sometimes I used to have issues when I would go like between full screen and borderless and stuff, so let's just go for full screen. Because that's something I haven't had time to think about either. Full screen. Might make it worse. Might as well try. We love experimenting here on Traction. My thinking is, though, guys, once I get this up and running, this is a good PC. Like this is an upgrade for me and for Traction HQ. So my thinking is, once we get this PC set up and working, it should be better than the previous. It should be smoother. We should have less of these issues. The compromise is we have issues now. So yeah, Azukarth. That's definitely not how you pronounce it. Says £45. Honestly, a steal for 6 tracks. Yeah, I think if you compare it to like iRacing, it's a steal. Compare it to other things, it's quite expensive. There's just a lot of DLC to get through with this game. That's the thing. But it's a great game. So people will pay what they will pay for it, and it's a choice. I am running 4K as well, which doesn't help. But yeah, this should be a thing. Spaceman, did I feel any difference under braking with the LMP2? Not that I could perceive in a very short space of time. I wasn't really focusing on it. I did struggle under braking into corkscrew, but that's because it's corkscrew. So it's kind of... yeah, it's kind of expected. But no, it didn't really feel much different for me, to be honest, compared to what I'm used to. Just adding that fuel back in again. I probably now don't need because we've lost a few minutes. Start driving. Get the comments back up. Hey, John Corbett's here. Good to see you again, John. Right. It didn't do a little freeze when I left the pit lane. So I'm calling this a victory. No, it's way too early to tell. Let's see. Let's see if it's fixed. Because if we fix that, we're hunky-dory. And I can turn back up the graphics and change everything else. We will see. Okay. I'll bear that in mind. Cottonite, thank you. Woo! I've changed the ABS because I lost the rear. It's fine. Yurine's here in the hypercar. Excellent. So Yurine Simoncic, our track guide aficionado, is here. It is the second hairpin, isn't it? Yes, it is. Right, cold tires, 6 minutes of qualifying, so absolutely no time to learn anything. I'm basically just going to have to try and set a legal lap without crashing. That's all I'm going to do here. I did do that lap against the AI a minute ago. So Daytona International Speedway Road Course, your introduction. I will share the PC specs at some point, I just haven't had the chance. I need to go into the actual... I need to go and get them, essentially, because I don't know them off the heart. But it's beefy. It was an investment. But you'll see them in future streams and videos. There's a couple of videos that I recorded before my holiday that still haven't appeared on the channel, so you may see that my my beard and my hair may actually... I'm trying to think if I got a haircut since then. No, maybe I did. Anyway, I'm going to look weirdly different across, like, a few different videos, and it's going to be because they're being filmed all over the place, so... we'll just see. I don't know when everything's coming out, but we've got some fun videos coming up anyway. And then I'll settle back into my rhythm after a little holiday, and we'll get back on the horse and see what else is coming in the world of racing games and sim racing. It's going to be a busy time. We've had a little bit of a breather, I'd say, and then things are going to kick on from here, I would say. Right, let's brake at the end of this yellow line. Oh, my goodness. Right. So the rear end on this Monza setup, I am using a Monza setup because Daytona, you know, high speed, a couple of slow corners, but that's about it. Yeah, the rear is unstable. That first corner is the ultimate sort of trail braking corner, and even with ABS though, you could just see how unstable that rear was. And I lost it in the AI race as well. There is unstable. Oh my, very unstable. Whoa, don't hit the wall. Am I not good enough for the setup? I think that's the thing. New tires, please. Am I gonna even? I just need to get one lap in at this point. Let's just stick on we'll stick on the Coach Dave preset. I don't have time to adjust things right now. Let's just try and get a lap in. That's the new target. Not that it's a problem if we start from the back, let's be real. But no screen freezes on that particular outlap, which is interesting. So what's that? First on a 146.2. I have no idea what we're going to be, because we haven't done a lap yet. But let's see if this setup's a bit more stable under braking, because that was terrifying. I'm not even using the like a Curva Grande Monza setup, which would have even less rear wing and stability. But now we're going to have, obviously, our tyre brake warm-up all over again, and we're not going to get 2 laps in, so we're not even going to have warm tyres by the time we do our lap. So it's very much just a lap for the sake of it. We're not going to learn too much either. That felt more stable. Got ABS in this big Mustang. Of course, the first sector of Daytona is all about your trail braking. It's about your, I guess, timing through the hairpin and stuff like that. There's a few late apexes, there's a few slow, long corners where patience is absolutely the most important thing. And then from this point onwards, obviously, if you've got a good run onto the banking, you're sorted. It's just the chicane you need to think about. And the chicane is a commitment corner that you're going to have to learn. So for the sake of this, I'm going to be going very, very early on the brakes, because I still need to learn basically how to drive the chicane in this game and in this car. So you're going to have a bit of a learning process through that. The track limits, of course, there are going to be very important on the exit. I've got cold tyres and brakes at the moment, so I've got no grip or no commitment through there. And it's going to invalidate so many laps, people running over that chicane and not getting it right, and it'll also probably invalidate the next laps as well. So it's going to be something to beware of if you're jumping on this tomorrow. We're going to get 1 lap in, if I get to the end. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? So let's see if braking's a bit more stable this time. Yes, I mean, incredibly different to what I had before. You get over to the left, we can lean into the ABS a little bit more now, but there's the understeer. Power early. Usually you can run all the way over this white line, and there's no track limit issues, it's all part of the track. Plane flying overhead, so we've got the big planes from the airstrip rather than the helicopter that we saw at Laguna. Much more stable through the left-hander, so the setup I was running was just incredibly unstable, I think. I'm sure very fast. And then we wait. All the way. Don't know where to brake, so we're going to brake just when there's a change in advertising boarding. Way too early, but that's fine. We're going to get through safely with that. On the power, bit of curve on the inside. That's too wide. It's green, so we're okay. So track limits. I got away with that one, but it was obviously right on the limit. Just understeered over the curb. Probably going to be, what, a 150 or something? Can we get under the 150 on our banker? 149. There you go. Alright, we'll practice this braking zone so you can go later. Now, much more stable, so I can really attack the brake in there. Get into the white line on the power early. So this this next lap instantly would have been 7/10 gained, I reckon, in the first corner anyway. Can go a bit later again on the brakes in there. Feel the understeer on the power. Much more confidence. Over this curb, and then... Okay, again, so much later on the brakes. Much more like it. Too early on the power, though. And then out over this curb. We're not going to see this lap time. But yeah, I'm getting the hang of it on that last one. So we can go into the race with a tiny bit of confidence. Let's see, setup-wise, fuel-wise, 70%-ish. So let's go with... Let's take it easy and go 22 laps of fuel. 21. That'll do. If we run out of fuel, who cares? It doesn't matter. And let's see what happens. So we're going to be starting right down the back, of course. Basically the whole field ahead of us. A couple of cars stuck behind us. We're at 18th out of 24 because we set a lap. And we'll find much more pace in this race. So we should have a battle and just see what happens. Oh, new tyres. Almost forgot. Do I have new tyres? Quick. All right. Go. The old SRO Esports days. Yeah, exactly. Evening, Tom. Evening. This is going to be, again, it's like Laguna, but I'd say even worse. I think we did even less laps for this one because of qualifying issues. So it's going to be the same thing where it's just surviving. Don't take anyone out. Let's hope the issue's solved with the freezing, because then I can actually have fun and race. And then once we get through the opening laps unscathed, if the freezing's gone, I can actually race with a bit more comfort. It's just then going to be a case of learning where to brake, learning the track a little bit. As you saw in that last kind of in-lap from qualifying, if I'd have actually set a time, it was... I find a lot more confidence straight away. I'm not going to weave because I'll get a penalty. Lewis Edmondson in front. We are starting in the wake of a goat. I need to remember it's online and not offline, and I can't pause the game, and I can't weave dramatically. I'm sorry. Follow the instructions. Don't do anything wrong. Ah, thank you, Gianmarco. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a crazy few weeks. It's been an amazing few weeks. So this is my return to the rig, we're calling it. I'm looking forward to the newsletter, Tom. Let's say we've had our fair share of challenges in this little broadcast, but hopefully it's given you guys a little indication as to what you can expect from tomorrow's update, but more importantly, of course, the new tracks. The update itself, I've not really given you any insight on the new update because, as I said to you, this is just a relaxed, give it a go and see what happens stream with no real... This is not like a proper deep dive into 1.4. We're just going to get back on horse, get Le Mans Ultimate working, get this new PC set up, which is what we're doing. Hopefully we get it working without screen freezes and we can have a fun race. There's a BMW coming straight through the middle. And then we have to be really careful. Got Edmo in front of us here. Let's not take out Lewis Edmondson. I cannot do that to Lewis. Gonna stay nice and wide. Use the radar to avoid any incidents. Leave lots of room. Okay, we're through. Right, nice and safe. Again, could go to the outside and be more aggressive, but I'm going to stick to the inside. Give myself the space on the exit. Okay, I think we may have lost a few spots, but that's okay. As I said. Moved. Just get the inside here. Alright, let's get a few elbows out now in the bits where we're confident. I think the bus stop chicane, or the Le Mans chicane, or whatever it's now called on the back straight, I don't know where to brake for that. I don't have the confidence there, so that's still going to be a very much a see how it goes job. Right, straight line performance. We've got more of a slipstream than the Porsche in front. But do I go for a move into the chicane? It's kind of terrifying. Don't know where to brake on a normal day, so probably shouldn't really. Let's just focus on our exit. Oh, my goodness. Ah! That could have gone so wrong. Oh, that was honestly so close to a monumental shunt. And I was obviously I broke deliberately miles too early. Let's try a little side draft here on the Porsche. I went way too early deliberately, and then of course I tried to then focus on my exit, but almost lost it when I turned into the corner. There you go, side draft. Physics in action for the first time. We know we can be a bit more confident under brakes here. Oh, the rear stepping out. Oh, don't have the temperature yet. That's the big killer here, but we're through. All right, P16. Look at this gaggle in front. This is going to be so much fun. I'm already really excited about this race, let alone actually just getting stuck into some daily races around these tracks. Just imagine, like, what I want is I want a 20-minute session. This race is going to be perfect. This is a half-hour test session, so we're going to get bedded in here. Fuel-wise, looking at the cars around me, I think I'm okay. Everyone around me's got 62, 64, I've got 67, so I think we should be okay. Is the BMW going to go for it? Oh, look at that. Oh no, I've got a beamer up my inside. On you go. Let's not spin. Exit. Full focus on the exit. Track limits. That's going to be the most... I took a track limits hit there, and it's probably going to be the most valuable one I've ever taken. Come on, BMW. Let's create a second line here. Come on. The Ferrari pushing the Lexus on the inside. Oh, am I going to switch back to the inside here? I think I might switch back to the inside. Oh! It's a great move! Oh, that's a worldie. I've pulled off an accidental worldie. It's not going to last. But we'll take it. BMW back down the inside. This Beamer's got pace. Leiden is quick, I think. Maybe I had a mistake earlier or an incident. Can't see the corner. No, that's way wide. Oh, Beamer! It's tricky when you don't know your lines yet. You don't know what, when you can't see, when you're following someone too closely. Clearly, guys, I've got no issues with the screen lagging. So I think it was the switch, honestly, from borderless to full screen. So maybe it's to do with other applications on the PC causing that issue. So I need to remember that one for future, but I bet you now, I mean, performance is obviously perfect, so I bet you there's been no bottleneck, there's no issues, it's just that. I hope so anyway. Alright, come on. Bit of a bump draft for the Lambo. I'm going to be careful because I don't want to cause an incident, but I know this Beamer's got straight line speed. I think they've got lap speed as well, to be honest. Oh no, look at the slipstream of the BMW. Boxed in. Oh, that's brave. Let's let him do it and then we'll get the exit. Oh, no. Nope. That's what happened on lap one. Okay. Not stable into there is the Mustang on this setup with my driving. That's horrible. So we're now under lots of pressure from the Ferrari, and there's a Porsche and a slipstream, so we're going to be really vulnerable here, I think. Come on. This is the Heusinkveld One Steering Wheel that I'm using right now. And you'll hear much more about that on the channel at some point soon. Stay to the inside. Again, just don't want to wreck anyone in this fun race, but we've managed to keep it clean, avoid contact with the Ferrari. The whole point of these races is to learn and have a bit of fun, so it's always worth, if we are in a battle with someone and they send one down the inside, just let them have it. Just let them have it. And then you can have another go the next lap. It's Denise Pope in the Lamborghini in front of us, actually. Lambo sounds so good. Gonna miss the V10 Lamborghini now that sort of Temerario's here with its V8. And of course, the Temerario is coming to Race Room very soon, so we'll see what I think might be the first version of the Temerario in kind of high-level sim racing on Race Room very, very soon. Coming in August. So, yeah, V8 Lamborghini, what do you think of that? It's going to be something to get used to, for sure. I can see a 3-car battle ahead. Let's just be careful, though, because I've messed up into the chicane a couple of times. Let's just make sure we get through it safely. Don't know my braking point yet. Oh, wow. Someone else. Oh. Oh, I was trying to retire. I've got no front wheels. Well, so the car spun in front of me. I avoided it. And then saw the tyre wall right at the last second. Now, I didn't know that tyre wall was there. And to be honest, I wouldn't have expected it to be fully solid. But there you go. That's how you end a race. Shall we have another look? That was almost a jump scare. Yeah. Okay, I mean, if I'd have... Oh, that tyre's deformed. If I'd have known that tyre wall was there and solid, maybe I wouldn't have driven straight into it. But, having said that, you could see it. I mean... Yeah, I didn't have much time, did I? Play your Joker. I need to do 10 races. Do I get a Joker from the start, or do I need to do 10 races first? Oh. Must have looked quite funny for everyone else, by the way. Let's just, also, lost the rear. I mean, oh, goodness, there's a Ferrari right behind me. Oh. That Ferrari managed to sneak through. Oh, wow. This will be an interesting one. Oh, I did see the Porsches on board. Hang on a minute. Let me just pause that. Oh, that's such a shame. Ruined the Porsche's race as well. And ruined the Lamborghini's race. That I was trying to... Oh, goodness. I was trying to get back to the pits, but I took 5 seconds. I kind of paused and froze before I realised what was going on, so I kind of feel bad for that. But anyway. Yeah, that's not what you want. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. So, with that in mind, let's do a quick AI race, shall we? There's still 20 minutes to go in this one, of course. Play the Joker. Oh, what a shame. Should we try the Cadillac? Now, this will be your first look at the 2026 spec Cadillac with its lower front wing as well, so I think we should do that. I think it'll be fun. So let's do a little race weekend. 2026. Daytona. We're going to try the hypercar. And you don't know if you can see it there, but the rear wing, it's difficult with the lighting of this shot, but we've got the low 2026 spec rear wing. We'll do a 10-minute race. Full grid. Just gonna put the PC through its paces as well. Let's whap it up again. So we'll keep it on full screen this time. But let's go for... Is Ultra too far? We'll go for high. But we'll put the circuit up to ultra. Let's just see if we can run it on this. See how we get on. What's worse, this track with the solid tyre barriers at the chicane, or the transits at Macau? Okay, appreciate the feedback. Thank you. Caught neat. I can't tell if it's not that race was completely smooth on my screen, so that was a stream thing for sure. So it's good to know. Let's try a little 10-minute race in our Cadillac to end things off instead. At night time. I don't know if we're going to catch the GT3 traffic, but we're going to see. I think there needs to be something in that tire wall that's maybe make it. Oh, can you make it fully transparent? Could you make it a tire wall that you can't hit, but then hitting the tire wall gives you like a time penalty or something? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that just felt a bit harsh, did it not? Bit extreme. Let's try this AI race. Yes, I am using a 60 Hz monitor. Yeah.
Formation lap has started.
Skip. Can you skip the second? No, you can't. I wish you could skip this bit, because I would quite like to start the race 10 seconds before the race starts, and not 3 minutes before the race starts. So, Le Mans Ultimate, Motorsport Games, Studio 397, if you're watching, I would like the option to shorten this already shortened formation lap, please. Because if you spin at turn 1, or if you have an incident at turn 1, which in an AI race, it happens, and that's fine, you just have to do it all again. And you spend 2 or 3 minutes at 34 miles an hour. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it feels like 2 or 3 minutes. Hey, T4RG4. How's it going? Yeah, so I'm gonna pause the music. I talked about that earlier with the nighttime graphics. So obviously this is on high, not ultra. I could have gone ultra, but I just didn't want to bother, you know, trying it, quitting, doing it again if it's stuttery. We'll see if we get a consistent 60 here. But yeah, this game does not look as good at night as some other games, for sure. And I do think that, as I said earlier, the Assetto Corsa titles do something special with nighttime driving. Like, I don't know if it's just the flares, or if it's the moving crowd, or if it's the barbecues. I don't know what it is. Fireworks, maybe. There's just something that they do right. And obviously Gran Turismo gets it right as well. Gran Turismo's a very different kind of game. But GT7, racing at Daytona into the night, there's just an atmosphere there. It's special. Whereas Le Mans Ultimate obviously feels quite static. Like, you can see how many people there are in the crowd. It's pretty good, but and there's some flags waving, but it's just not... It doesn't feel super alive, and I don't think the game looks amazing at nighttime with the lighting and the shadows and stuff anyway. It's fine. It's just one area that definitely could be, or isn't top of the class, if that makes sense.
Green flag.
Right. Cadillac 2026 spec, cold tires against the AI. Let's just not get a crash straight away, because we'll have to redo the whole thing, formation lap thing. I'm forgetting I'm not in a GT3. I've got more grip. Well, that works. Sorry, Aston. Woo! Sketchy over that bump. Now, I can't remember what the AI level is. I don't know if I should have turned it down a little bit when I haven't done any practice, but I guess it's going to teach us quite quick. If the AI are better than me, then I'll hopefully learn from them a little bit. But yeah, as I said, multi-class racing at Laguna is going to be a massive challenge, and it's all about precision and patience and timing. Multi-class racing at Daytona is just going to be a hoot. Like, it's going to be so much fun. I mean, even in that little GT3 race I had for a few laps, I was having so much fun. I mean, you saw the moves into turn 1, the chaos, and obviously with a bit more confidence, knowing my braking points, I would have been able to get stuck in a bit more. Ugh, Ferrari, don't crash. Watch the tyre wall that's made of bricks. I'm just going to let him go. So obviously, yes, with practice, I would kind of get more comfortable and get up to speed and it would be fine. But you could already tell from that little preview that the online racing around there is going to be absolutely awesome, with the side drafting, the bump drafting, all that stuff. Can I bump draft the AI? Yeah. Not saying try this at home, but looks like you can do it. The physics allow it. I'm last now in this race though, so let's not fall behind the AI. Just need to get some heat in the tyres, which I'm struggling for. They're green, but they're not hot. The AI are also so much more controlled under braking than me normally. I can't brake as well as them. Right, full cool and gamble. Oh, are they going to go for it over that curb? Absolutely wild behaviour. But yeah, the AI racing on this game is so much better than some of its rivals, put it that way. Ugh. No AI racing is perfect, but LMU's AI racing is actually fun, and you can actually have an authentic, you know, proper race. Yes, it's not, the behaviour is not exactly as you would expect in online racing, but you can treat it like a bit of a real race, which is why I'm also so excited for career mode in this game. We'll have to see what they do in terms of strategy and stuff when career mode comes to this game. Do the AI actually do realistic strategy like the human would? Will it expose some issues? I don't know, but let's just see how it... Well, let's get career mode first before we start talking about what it'll do. Gonna lose that slipstream. Come on. We need to be committed into the first corner. So we don't have confirmation as to what the other 4 tracks are. Cannot confirm, but we do have our suspicions and inclinations. And there's maybe a few clues you can find online. Some people have obviously had a go at guessing based on a few teasers and stuff. There's also a special event calendar out there for certain endurance races that are happening later in the year, which might be worth taking a look at. But you know the options, you know, for American tracks we kind of have we have quite a good idea in general about what sort of tracks will be available. And it just depends on what we're going to get in the end, because there's no obviously IMSA tie-in with this, it's just US Track Pack, Part 1. So it's not like an official IMSA track pack or anything. Oh, that Valkyrie sounds so good. Can we sneak down the inside? Yep, thank you. So we've not lost the pack, but we're just about losing the pack. So what have you got? Road America, Road Atlanta, Mid-Ohio, Mosport, although technically not the US, Long Beach, Detroit, Watkins Glen, Barber. No tie-in with a license, so you never know. But I mean, one thing I would say, Daytona and Laguna Seca, both tracks that are known for being okay for multi-class endurance racing at the highest level. That's what I would say. Oh, I've realised I didn't take out any fuel. I've got a completely full tank of fuel for this race. I thought I took out fuel. Anyway. God forbid we get Detroit. Ah, that'll be fun. Oh, inside front lockup. No. Lack of ABS for you. Just went a bit too hot. Getting too confident trying to learn this track. I need to learn quick to kind of hold on to the AI. Got to be so careful under throttle out of these slow corners. Very limited on traction. Relying on a lot of traction control. Oh man. That dog leg section, even though it's flat out in the hypercar, you have to get the line right, because if you hit the curb in the wrong way, and it's so easy to lose the car. I mean, you saw me lose the GT3 car there in qualifying on the slightly more, let's say, aggressive setup that was on, which did not work. It was much better in the race, but you've got to think your way through that section for sure. You can't just assume everything's going to be fine, especially when you're following someone closely and you're blind, and especially in multi-class traffic. We've seen so many incidents through there over the years, and it's going to be exactly the same. I guarantee you in Le Mans Ultimate. Alright, 1.8 seconds to close in on that Ferrari. I have no confidence yet through the chicane. Ooh. Curbs. Watch out for the curbs. You cannot just send it through the chicane either. Like, one thing I've learned from this, I still feel like I'm nowhere near knowing what to do in the chicane from a hypercar GT3 perspective in this game. It's going to take lap to actually understand it and experimenting, but one thing I would say is I've almost crashed there so many times. Right. So trail brake, off the brake pedal, ease it in. You could hear the lock up again. I didn't quite make it, so I think I need to come in from a wider angle next lap. We've only got 3 minutes left, but we'll do it on the next one. Use the tarmac on the outside there to open up the exit as much as possible. I don't think I upped the grip level on this either. I think I just went for it, so we'll be on medium grip levels, presumably. So it's not a fully grippy track. The AI level actually feels about right, to be honest, for me at the moment, because I'm learning the track and I'm just about hanging on. And I'm ahead of one car, but it's an Aston Martin. Oh, Watkins. Yes, John. It would be incredible. Absolutely incredible. I don't think we're going to catch the GT3s, unfortunately. I wish we could, but I don't think we're going to. That was better. Not good, but not bad. Is that the GT3s, or is that just all the hypercars? I think it's just the hypercars. Oh, what a track, Watkins Glen. BMW going for the Ferrari. Let's try and get these two then. 2 laps to go. Right, wider line on the way in. Nope. Oh, but look. Made it work, and look at the difference. Look at the difference just from getting that apex. Sorry, BMW. I'm just trying to go outside there, but I didn't know you'd be there. Let me get squeezed off. Perfect. I deserved that, so the AI did exactly what you would want them to do in that situation. It felt quite authentic. Sneak down the inside the Ferrari. No. Ferrari's going to go for the BMW. Let's just try a late one. Nice and smooth on the power. Nothing doing, but we're closing in on the pack a little bit. Still another lap to go, so still time. I don't know if the 3 of us are going to catch the rest, actually. It's probably just going to be the 3 of us till the end. Yeah, oh, Long Beach would be amazing. But as I was saying earlier with Long Beach, ooh, multi-class racing there online. It's going to be sketchy. Very, very sketchy. Well, look at this, defending by the BMW. Watch the curves, Ferrari loses it. If that was a human, they'd be gone. Tried to give the curves a wide berth there. Still lost the rear a bit. Alright, come on. This is it. Last lap now. Got to make this count. Let's try and do the same thing in turn 1. I've got a double slipstream though. Look at this. Look at this. Gonna go outside. Beamer's gonna... Oh wow, BMW's held it on the inside. Someone's off. Oh my goodness. Well. More authentic behavior from the AI. No idea what happened up ahead to cause that, but there was... I plowed into about 3 cars. And we've come out in exactly the same position. Excellent stuff. But without that battle, that was a fun battle actually with the BMW and the Ferrari. I really enjoyed that. That felt good. Whew. Almost felt like an online race. Oh no, the leaders caught the GT3s. If we had 2 more laps, even 1 more lap, we could have had a play. Ah, much appreciated. Thank you for your comment. There's potentially more where that came from very soon, with actually a couple of games that you've mentioned there. But no, that's appreciated. We try and cover everything we can. Let's go in full attack. Oh, hello GT3. We try and cover a very wide scope because we know that to get into sim racing, you have to get into racing games first, really. Or you can just go straight to sim racing from nothing, but generally speaking, sim racers usually start with a more casual racing game experience, maybe when they're a bit younger. So it's important to cover everything, but obviously AC Evo and Wreckfest are not necessarily... I mean, Wreckfest is a fun, not arcade game, but a fun kind of semi-serious but also ridiculous game. Whereas AC Evo is another sim like this. That's the end of the race. Oh. Excuse me. Excuse me. Want to go play with the GT3s now, even though the race is over. So that is where, if you're going a bit aggressive in traffic, that's the corner that's going to really catch people out. That fast left. I was just having a bit of fun there, obviously, but yeah, it's going to be sketchy. It's going to be sketchy. Oh, thank you so much, Kenny. Really appreciate it. It was an amazing few weeks we've had. I've been telling everyone that's been here since the start, you know, I was completely switched off for a couple of weeks. No sim racing, no racing games, so this stream's been a bit different. It's not been the usual where I've been able to analyse in quite as much detail the full update and kind of talk about things. It's been much more of just a let's have some fun. Let's get LMU up and running on this new PC. And it looks like we've managed to succeed. By the final race there, I think I may have fixed the graphic issue. And it may have literally just been running borderless instead of full screen. Needed to switch to full screen. And yeah, if that first race we didn't have that issue, maybe that could have been such a fun race, because I was really getting stuck in at Laguna, really enjoying the battling, but I just didn't want to cause any issues with the freezes. So that first race could have been amazing. And then the second race, again, let's be real. Oh god, that was a little screen freeze. Let's be real, the second race was really fun as well, until I ploughed it headfirst into a brick tyre barrier. It was good battling, it was good slipstreaming. I just think it's a great example of what we're going to be able to experience with this game and Daytona. So all in all, I think it's fair to say you can be excited about tomorrow's track pack, because it's going to make good racing. More so Daytona than Laguna, even though I love Laguna. But yeah, for multi-class, or even just for single-class racing, daily races, bronze races at Daytona, if they do them, because of course these tracks are behind a paywall, it's going to be magic. Yeah, oh, good point, good point. Oh, I clicked escape just as this happened. Let's see if we can get a replay. Let's see what happened in that last lap then. See if we can find the incident. Was it in traffic? Maybe it's traffic. I'm gonna guess it's here, because it was Kubica, wasn't it? I mean, oh, yeah, okay. And there I am. Yeah, was that realistic? So, yeah, I think he turned left in an unrealistic manner. Let's see. So there, over the bump, then. I mean, do you know what? It's really not. I've seen much worse AI crashing than that. I think what's happened is the first bit's just natural AI movement, and it's a tricky trail braking corner. So that movement there, he stabilizes it. It's here. He shifts down, turns too sharply there, unbalanced. So it's not like he got spun into it. He lost on his own. And obviously Robert Kubica is way too good. He would never do anything like that, which is not realistic. But it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Poor Paul Chatan, nowhere to go. Conway as well, nowhere to go. Who else was coming in? There was a Cadillac. Albuquerque, nowhere to go. There was also a GT3 facing the wrong way in the chicane, which I'm quite intrigued about. How did that happen? Oh wow, look at this. Oh no, is that after the finish? No. Must be. Yeah, it was. So what happened to the GT3 at the chicane? Oh, I'm past the chicane. Oops. What happened here? Was it traffic? No. Oh, has he got beached then? Let's see what this is. Ah. So they've had an incident on the way in the GT3s. Lost the rear. Oh, it was all on his own, actually. Just lost the rear, spun. Has he got beached? Oh, no, he's just trying not to drive into the crowd. Okay, so he can't find a free gap, so he's staying where he's staying put. Everyone's going over the curb to avoid him. Kind of makes sense. Understandable AI behavior. The AI are flying over that yellow sausage curb on the inside. Now, I don't know if they would do that in a normal lap. I'll need to look. because I was avoiding that curb like the plague. Oofed. Here I am. Round it. So the Merc wasn't beached, he was just being cautious. And then way over the yellow curb. I'm just curious to see what the AI do in a normal lap, actually. Because this is our first chance to look at AI behaviour around Daytona. Let's go with Conway. Oh, I've done it again. I never know where I am at Daytona. So here, Conway's not in a battle. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? It is back the way. I'm such a numpty. Right, who's not in a battle when they go through the chicane? Is anybody not in a battle? DeResta. What does Paul DeResta do? Are we over the yellow sausage curbs? No. We're perfectly on the yellow and blue curb. Perfectly on the yellow and blue curb. Perfectly on the yellow and blue curb. Oh, it's a clean sweep. Paul DeResta. Paul DeResta's AI. Driving God. Excellent stuff. So the AI pretty nicely programmed through that chicane. That's exactly what you would expect from a hypercar, really, through there. You would not be using the sausage curbs. Clearly, the sausage curb usage on the last lap was down to the fact that there was a GT3 facing the wrong direction. So there you go. There's now also a protest system through the replay. So you can actually, I don't know how it works, don't know if it's active yet for me here. That's just zooming in and out. But you can now protest, obviously we're offline as well, but you can protest an incident from the replay apparently, and it can, you know, give the team timestamps and obviously makes it easier for them to go through protests. So all of the update information, all the change logs, everything is available on the TraxionGG website. So do head over there if you want to know more of the details about everything. But yeah, I'm impressed. I had fun tonight. Thank you so much for joining me for that. I know it was a bit ramshackle. Now that I've got LMU up and running, I just need to get other games up and running. Maybe we'll return to Dirt 3 as well this week. I think my save is carried over from one PC to the other, so I would like to keep that series going and get further into the career mode. We're actually getting into the kind of latter stages, I would say now. We're probably past the halfway point, so that's good fun. And yeah, we'll be back with more videos, more streams, and hopefully everything will be smooth sailing once I've got everything installed. So it's just going to take me a little bit of time. But there you go. Appreciate it, John. Thank you. I'd recommend going back and watching a bit of that first Laguna race as well. It was good fun. It was really good fun. Thank you all for the company. It's been great. Very much appreciated. Hope you have a great week. And I will see you again very, very soon. Enjoy the US Track Pack Part 1 tomorrow if you're getting it. Enjoy your LMU racing. Maybe I'll be joining for some more daily racing at some point throughout the week as well. But let's just see. Let's just see. Oh, appreciated, Cottney. No, don't worry. Don't worry about backseat streaming. It's I think the issue was the full screen thing, honestly. Much appreciated though. Very much appreciated. I've got one more question which has snuck in before I've turned off. My G920 gave up on me. I want to upgrade. Please give me a good upgrade suggestion. Moza, Simagic, Fanatec, Thrustmaster. There are loads more. I'm not gonna pick out individual ones because there are so many within each range. There are good options, but everyone's pretty. It depends on how big I can upgrade, basically. One thing I would say though, we do have a full video on the channel which has many views. I don't know what it's called now, or I don't know if it's called like beginner's wheel guide or big wheel buyer's guide, entry level sim racing buyer's guide. I'm not sure, but if you look on our channel for a sort of wheel buyer's guide, and it's not necessarily entry level, we have like the next step up from a G920, for instance, and we also have a mid-tier separate buyer's guide video, I think, from the year before. Now things have changed since then, but I'd recommend watching our video on that, and I from the past will give you more answers than I from the present can do because my brain is fried. So there you go. There you go. And you'll find, and we mention in those videos what's best for PS, what's best for PC, what's best for Xbox. So yes, definitely go and do it. Go and do it. Right, I'm gonna go. Thanks, guys. Have a great evening. See you all soon. I really appreciate all the well wishes as well, and enjoy the track pack. Bye.